Welcome to another class of business studies. In the last class we have discussed about organizing. What is organizing? We know that organizing is the second function of management. Organizing means identifying the works of the organization and grouping it into different segments or departments and assigning duties for the employees, that is establishing authority and a responsibility relationship, and for the establishing this relationship for the accomplishment of the organizational goal, isn't it? We have studied the definition and next we have studied the steps and importance. Which are the steps involved in organizing? The first step is identifying and division of work. And the second one, grouping of these work into different segments or units called departments, which is known as, the process is known as departmentalization. And next is assignment of duties, and the fourth one, establishing reporting relationship. Next we studied about the importance of organizing, that is it leads to specialization and there will be a clarity in the working relationship, and the next one is there will be optimum utilization of the resources, that is without any wastage and all. Then adaptation to change, effective administration and development of personnel. These are the things that we have studied in the last class. Today we are going to study the organization structure. What is organization structure? Actually, organization structure means it is a pattern or a way which gives shape to the organization. We know that there will be various people, various work and various activities in organization, isn't it? Organization structure refers to the relationship between the workforces, people and activities in an organization. That is, it is a combination of managerial task and the operational task in an organization. This organization structure gives a clear picture or gives a strong picture for the overall coordination of these activities in an organization. So let us look in detail what is organization structure. Organization structure is the established pattern of relationship among various parts of an enterprise. It states the relationship among various positions and activities. In this example, this person is the managerial head of the organization. Under him, there will be several departmental heads. Under each departmental head, there will be several employees who will be responsible to this person. And this departmental heads will be responsible to this particular person. So here a particular structure or a framework is established. Each organization will be having this structure. The combination of or the relationship of these factors, the human related factors, the work related factors, activities and so on, is known as organization structure. Actually, organization structure is a basis or a framework to the employees for doing the work in the organization. So got it? Organization structure in general refers to the established way or pattern of relationship among the various persons or various parts of an enterprise, including which will be these various parts: the human factors, financial factors, work related factors and so on. Next is span of management. It is a term which comes under organization structure. What is span of management? What is span? Span means duration. Span of management means the number of subordinates that can be effectively managed by a superior. That is, how much number of employees can a superior control, how much he can coordinate, how much he can assign duties to them. That function is known as span of management. That is how much, that is the number of subordinates that a superior can effectively manage. We have said that in the previous example. This determines the levels of management in the structure. We have studied in the first chapter, that is the levels of management. There are 3 levels of management: top level management, middle level management and lower level managers. And we have studied their functions also. So, the span of management determines the levels of management in an organization. Okay, next, a proper organization structure is essential to ensure a smooth flow of communication and better control over the operations of a business enterprise. That is, if we fix a structure like this, each and every employees know what all works they should do, to whom they should report, to what are the functions that they are supposed to do, what are their responsibilities and all. each employees or each managers are able to know. So the organization structure ensures a smooth flow of communication between the employees of an organization. It focuses on the better control of the activities or the operations of an enterprise. You understood? Which employees should report to which person or which employer, which superior, and what are their functions, what all they should do, to whom they are liable. All these functions will be established through a hierarchy or a structure which is known as organization structure. There are two types of organization structure, that is functional structure and divisional structure. What is functional structure? Functional structure means that is there are various functions in an organization, isn't it? That is, the organization will be producing a product, purchasing some things for the producing of the product, marketing and financing and recruiting and selection and so on. So there will be various functions in an organization. Based on these functions, the structure of an organization is set. This is known as functional structure. That is, functional structure is a type of organizational structure which is formed on the basis of different functions of the organization or work to be done in the enterprise. Based on these functions, the different sections or different departments are set in an organization. That is, the production department, the purchase department, marketing department, financial department, and the human resource department, personnel department, and so on. So based on these functions, the organization structure is set. This is known as functional structure. Okay, these are the different sections or different departments in an organization. And functional structure means, we had said in the first example, that is, there will be a managing director, and under this managing director there will be a finance manager, there will be a marketing manager, production management, and so on. And if we take the case of a marketing manager, under his head he is assigned the duty of marketing the products. So under this marketing manager there will be an advertisement function, sales function, customer service, and so on. So each department is divided into different sections or subsections. So setting of this structure on the basis of functions is known as functional structure. Now let us look, as usual, we will look the advantages, disadvantages of each and every section. First is advantages of functional structure. The first advantage is specialization. We have been studying from the first chapter, specialization. We know that the work of each employees will be based on their skill and experience. So based on their experience, they will be assigned a particular work, and they will do that work repeatedly, and in that they will become expert, which leads to specialization. Okay, so continuously after doing their continuously they do their work, and they will be specialized in their work. So the main advantage of functional structure is each and every employee will be specialized in their work. In this structure, employees perform the same work repeatedly, which will lead to specialization and high performance. And the next advantage is better control and coordination, because the departmental head will be knowing which person will be doing this work a better way. So he can exercise control and coordination of his whole department very easily. So there will be a better control and coordination in the activities of each department. Since the tasks in a department are similar, this kind of structure promotes better control. That is, if we take the case of a production department, that production head will be knowing which employee will work faster or which employee is very efficient in doing a particular job and all, isn't it? So the departmental head will be able to control and coordinate the activities of his department, because all the works will be in a similar nature. Okay. Now the third advantage is increased profit. Increased managerial and operational efficiency lead to high profit, because they will be doing this work very continuously, they will be doing it repeatedly, so they have better control, they have better coordination, they can avoid the wastage because they know exactly how much quantity will be able to produce that particular amount of product. So without any wastage, they can exercise better control over the products, which leads to increasing the profit of the organization. And next is cost reduction. We already said that. Because this structure helps to minimize the duplication of work so that cost of production can be reduced. Each departmental head will be knowing the wastage, whether this will lead to wastage or not. So without reducing or without making any wastages, the cost of the product can be reduced to a great extent if it is a functional structure. That is, if it is an organization where all the activities are done by all the employees, then each and every employee will not be knowing what all to do and all. They will do the duty what is assigned to them. So they don't be knowing what should do and what should not do. But if it is a functional structure, each and every employees will be assigned a particular task, whether to produce, whether to pack a product, whether to label a product or something. So they will be knowing what all they to do, what all to do to reduce the wastage, what all to do to reduce the cost and all. So it reduces the cost reduction if an organization structure is sent to functional structure. This structure helps to minimize the duplication of work so that the cost of production can be reduced. There will be no duplication of work because each and every employee will be specialized in their job. Next is training becomes easier. As focus is only a specific function, it makes training of employees very easier. Because when we take the case of an marketing department, the marketing department will be given training to their executives because they want to focus on only that marketing function. How can they sell the product with the minimum cost? How can they increase their rate of sales and all? So training can be effectively done to that employees if it is set to a functional structure. Next is due attention. That is, different sections are there and each section can be given more importance or more attention, more consideration. Each section can be considered equally. Okay, so due attention can be done to different functions. These are the advantages of functional structure. The first advantage is specialization because every employees will be specialized in their jobs if they do it repeatedly. Second function is better control and coordination. The departmental head can effectively control and coordinate all the activities of that particular department if it is set to a functional structure. Then profit can be increased, cost can be reduced, the employees can be given better training and more attention can be given to that specific department. Next is, which are the disadvantages of functional structure? The first disadvantage is less importance to organizational interest. Here, the aim of each department will be their departmental goal only. That is, they will aim, such as the production department, the production departmental employees will focus on their production aim only. That is, to produce this particular amount of products in this month. That will be their aim. They will not focus on the organizational aim. So, the main disadvantage is the organizational interest will be ignored or it will be given less importance. This structure gives more importance to functional heads or departments so that only a least importance may be given to the overall objectives of the organization. Okay. Now, the second disadvantage is coordination problem. In the advantage, we said that better coordination and better control is possible. That is in the case of department wise. But in the case of organization wise, it is difficult to coordinate all these different departments. Okay, coordination is quite difficult in this structure as the information may be passed among various departments. Information should be passed from one department to another and another to another and so on. So there will be a difficulty in the coordination of all those activities. Okay, these are various departments, these are various departmental heads and coordination between all these will be difficult. Next is interdepartmental conflicts. We know that if there are different departments and different departmental heads, there can be chances of conflicts between these departments. So there are interdepartmental conflicts between two or more departments. Example, the production department insisting on increasing in production may cause difficulties for purchase department to procure materials in time. That is, suppose the production department insists that we want to increase our production in this month. So we want this much amount of raw materials, and this information is passed to the purchase department. So the purchase department purchases all those raw materials. So if such a message is given to the purchase department, sometimes they may find difficult to get orders from the suppliers. So there will be a conflict between these two departments. So there can be the interdepartmental conflicts. And the next one is inflexibility in promotion. That is, the functional heads may not get training for top management positions, hence they may not be promoted. That is, there are less chances for the functional heads to get promotion as they focus only on their department. If it is a whole organization and all the activities are done by all the employees, then there are chances of getting promotion. But the functional heads, they focus on their particular function only, so there are less chances of the functional heads to get promotion. So there is inflexibility in getting promotion. So these are the disadvantages of functional structure. First, less importance is given to organizational interest because that departmental interest or that departmental aim will be given more importance. Next one is there will be coordination problem between the different departments. There will be interdepartmental conflicts. One is inflexibility in promotion, that is the functional heads have less chance of getting promotion as they focus more on their departmental aim. Next, suitability of functional structure, that is, where can we adopt this functional structure? Where is it more suitable? Let us look at first one. When the size of an organization is large, that is, when it is a large organization, functional structure can be adopted. When there are diversified activities, that is, when there are very wide variety of products or wide variety of activities that the organization is conducting, then that type of organizations can take the functional structure. Where a high degree of specialization is required, that is, when the product demands specialization or when very keen observation and specialization is needed for that particular product, that type of organizations can also adopt a functional structure. Next, the next type of organization structure, that is divisional structure. What is divisional structure? It is suitable for large organizations having different products or having business in different areas. That is, when an organization deals with varied products and they have branches at different countries or something or different places, that type of organizations can adopt divisional structure. If we take the case of Kalyan. Kalyan is dealing with jewelers. They have textiles, silks and so on. So, they conduct business at different places. They conduct the businesses of different products, different varieties and so on. That type of organizations having different sections or different divisions of products at different places, they can adopt the divisional structure. That is, there will be a board of directors, and under this board of directors, instead of different departmental heads, they will be having different section managers or regional managers. That is the northern division, eastern division, southern division and so on. There will be different divisional managers or regional managers. These regional managers will be liable for all those activities that is occurring in their regional offices. Okay, so this northern divisional officer will be responsible for all those activities that is occurring in his office or in his branch. Okay, under these heads, all those functions will be vested. Okay, so there will be a board of directors, and under this board of directors there will be different sectional officers or regional officers. That is divisional structure. In functional structure, we said that the functional structure is set according to the different functions of the organization. As in divisional structure, there will not be departmental heads. Instead, there will be regional heads or section-wise heads. Okay, divisional structure, the managing director, and under him there will be, that firm will be dealing with different types of products. There will be textiles business, there will be cement, food products and so on. So, under this, if we look under cement, there will be a production manager, there will be a finance manager, there will be a sales manager. Understood? Under each head there will be different sections or subdivisions, and this, that is the textile department, will be responsible for their own business activities. They can take their own decisions. Final decision will be up to the MD, that is the managing director of that particular firm. We know that in functional department, the whole activities will be, or the final decisions will be taken by the managing director. But in divisional structure, the final decisions will be, not final decision, all final decision will be taken by the managing director, but major decisions can be taken by this regional officer or the head. Okay. Now, which are the advantages of divisional structure? The first advantage is skill development. In functional structure, we said that there are no chances, or there are less chances for the departmental head to get promotion, isn't it? But in case of divisional structure, the head who is liable for the regional officer or the head have the right to acquire higher positions in the organization, because he is dealing with, he is just looking that organization like his own, and he has the power to take decisions and so on. So his skill is developed there, he is getting specialization in that, and have the right to get higher positions in the organization. Okay. Next advantage is fixation of responsibility. Divisional head can be made responsible for profit from his product or area. That is, we already said the divisional head is responsible for all those activities that is occurring in his division or office. So he is responsible for getting profit or having profit from his product or area. That divisional head will be responsible for all those activities. Okay, it will be under all those problems, all those activities, all those gains, all those revenues, everything will be under the head of the divisional head. Okay. Now, the third advantage is quick decisions. Each division functions as an autonomous body, therefore, quick decisions can be taken. We said that each division is functioning as a separate organization, although it is under the head of a main organization. That is an example. If we take the case of the Kalyan Jewellers in Thrissur showroom, it is a separate organization, but it is under the control of the whole Kalyan organization, isn't it? But it is working as a separate organization, as a separate branch in Thrissur. So that divisional head will be responsible for all those activities which is occurring in that particular branch. So here quick decisions can be made by that regional officer or division head, as it is an autonomous body, means as it is a separate body or separate branch. Next is expansion and growth. That is, without affecting all other branches, this organization can expand, can start a new organization, can start a new branch and so on. New divisions can be added without any disturbance to the existing ones. Okay. So these are the advantages of divisional structure. The first one is skill development, that is the regional head or the divisional head can make use of promotion and higher positions in the organization. Fixation of responsibility, that is the whole responsibility will be fixed on the departmental head. The departmental head is able to take decisions on his particular branch. Expansion and growth, that is new branches can be opened without affecting the existing ones. So these are the advantages. Next, which are the disadvantages of divisional structure? The first disadvantage is conflicts among divisions. That is, sometimes there can occur conflict between the two separate divisions. That is, allocation of funds to various divisions is a problem. We know that fund which is required to start a business in a remote area and in a metropolitan city is different, isn't it? In a remote area, not much fund is required to start a business, but in a metropolitan city, to start a branch, it will be very expensive. So, allocation of funds will be different when compared to these two places. So, there can be conflict among these divisions. Okay. Next, the second disadvantage is increased cost. Each division is having similar functions like production, finance, marketing, etc. This leads to duplication of activities. That is, sometimes there can be duplication of activities. That is, the works cannot be done as in the prescribed manner. There can be duplication of activities between different divisions. So, this will lead to wastage, which leads to increasing of the cost. And next is independent authority is harmful. We said that there are divisions and that divisional manager will be responsible for the activities. So, it will be working as an autonomous body, that means a separate organization. This independence in their authority can be harmful to the whole organization. The divisional manager is independent so that he can do as he like. He can take any decisions as his own, which means there are chances for misuse of his position in the organization. So, in some times or in some cases, this independent authority can be harmful to the whole organization. So, these are the advantages of divisional structure. The first is there can be conflict among different divisions of the organization. It increases the cost because there can be wastage of the activities or can be product wastage, which increases the cost of the organization. And the third one is the independent authority can be harmful sometimes. Which type of organization divisional structure can be adopted? That is suitability of divisional structure. Where a large variety of products are manufactured. That is, if an organization or if a manufacturing concern is there with wide variety of products, with varied products, with large amount of products, they can adopt divisional structure. Next is when an organization works in various parts of the country. That is, if the organization is having branches at different countries or different places or different regions, they can adopt a divisional structure. Where an organization grows and requires more departments. That is, if it is a big organization and that organization has different departments and that departments are very large, they can adopt divisional structure. So, hope you understood functional structure and divisional structure. Now, let us look the difference between these two. On the basis of formation, functional structure is based on functions. We said that there are different functions in an organization. Based on these functions, the organizational structure is set. So, functional structure is based on the functions and divisional is based on the product lines. That is, if there are varied products, if there are different products or different branches in a country, then divisional structure can be adopted. So, it is based on the product lines or product varieties. Next is specialization. In the case of specialization, functional structure is based on functions and divisional structure will be based on products. Next is responsibility. Here, it is easy to fix the responsibility for a divisional head because the regional officer will be liable for all those activities. Here, when it says it is difficult, when compared to the divisional structure, it is difficult to fix responsibility, but the departmental head will be liable for all those activities. Now, the next one, managerial development. Here, managerial development is difficult because we said that the departmental head have less chances for getting promotion, but the managerial head, in case of divisional structure, it is easy. Then cost. Cost is, here it is economical and here it increases the cost because to start a separate organization, it increases the cost, but here it is economical because in the same organization there are different departments, so it is affordable. Okay, next is coordination. Coordination, difficult for a multi-product organization. That is, we said that if an organization is dealing with different types of products at the same time, then it will be difficult for them to work on functional basis. It is easy for a multi-product organization because if the organization is dealing with varied products, multi-products, it will be easy for them to adopt a divisional structure. Okay, so today we discussed about organization structure, the two types of organization structure, functional structure and divisional structure, their advantages and disadvantages. Hope you understood today's class. If you have any doubt, you can contact me. See you with another topic in the next class. Thank you.